Most people know the famous name Albert Einstein, but what almost nobody knows is that one of the most important scientific breakthroughs of the 20th century, a discovery that changed medicine, physics, and even space exploration, wasn't made by Einstein alone. In fact, another scientist helped solve the mystery, and he was forgotten. Today, we're diving into the story of Einstein and Satyendra Nath Bose, two brilliant minds from completely different worlds, who accidentally rewrote science together. In the early 1920s, physics was in chaos. Scientists had discovered quantum mechanics, a new way of understanding atoms and light. But there was one huge problem. Light didn't behave the way it was supposed to. Sometimes it acted like a wave, sometimes like a particle, and every experiment made things more confusing. Dozens of scientists tried to make sense of it. Even Einstein himself struggled with the equations. Every theory had holes. Every explanation fell apart. And then, quietly, far from Europe, a little-known Indian physicist named Satyendra Nath Bose took another look at the math. Bose wasn't famous. He didn't have funding or global recognition. He wasn't teaching at a top university. But he saw something everyone else had missed. One night, while rereading complex physics papers, Bose noticed a mistake. Not in his own work, but in the work of the scientific world. Everyone was using the wrong formula. With calm confidence, Bose rewrote the math from scratch. He created a new way to understand light, a method so clean, so precise, so beautiful, that it solved problems nobody else had solved. Excited, he sent his work to a European physics journal. They rejected it. Why? Because they thought Bose's ideas were too different and not possible. But Bose didn't give up. Instead, he sent his paper directly to Albert Einstein himself. And Einstein was shocked. He instantly realized this unknown scientist had cracked a code that even he had struggled with. Einstein translated Bose's work into German, personally submitted it to the journals, and publicly supported it. What they discovered together became known as Bose Einstein statistics, and it changed everything. Their work didn't just explain how light behaved. It predicted something much bigger, something no one had ever seen before, a brand new state of matter. Not solid, not liquid, not gas, not plasma, something else entirely. A strange matter where atoms move together as one giant superatom. Einstein and Bose predicted it, but didn't have the technology to create it. Scientists laughed. They said it was interesting theory, impossible reality. And then 70 years later, in 1995, a team of American physicists created it in a lab. That new state of matter is now called a Bose Einstein condensate. Today it's used to develop ultra-precise clocks, quantum computers, advanced medical imaging, GPS technology, and even tools for studying black holes, all from a mathematical idea rejected by journals and rescued by Einstein. Now here's the part most people don't know. When the discovery became famous, the world focused almost entirely on Einstein. His name was already legendary. He was the face of genius. Bose, the man who started it all, quietly faded into the background. He didn't become rich. He didn't win a Nobel Prize. He didn't get the global spotlight. But Einstein never forgot him. Einstein repeatedly said that Bose's work was the true foundation of quantum statistics. He publicly credited him. He even encouraged universities to publish Bose's later work. But history is strange. Sometimes the loudest name takes up all the space, even when the biggest breakthrough came from somewhere else. Today, scientists around the world finally recognize Bose's contribution. The name boson, the particle that makes up most of the universe, comes from him. The Higgs boson, one of the most important discoveries in modern physics, carries his name. Quantum computing technology depends on principles he discovered. Modern physics classrooms now teach Bose-Einstein theories, not Einstein alone. And Einstein's letters reveal that he admired Bose not just as a scientist, but as an equal. Two men living thousands of miles apart, from different cultures, different backgrounds, and different worlds, ended up building one of the most important scientific ideas in history. And here's the real lesson. Genius doesn't care where you were born, what resources you had, or how famous you are. Sometimes the biggest ideas come from the quietest voices. the ones who see what everyone else overlooked. Bose did the work. Einstein amplified it. Together, they changed science forever.